Hello, YouTube. We are the Dicks in the Dark. I am DM Steve. Welcome to Level Up Live. If you like Dungeons and Dragons live plays, YouTube, D&D stuff, hit like. Consider subscribing. Yeah, subscribing and all that other YouTube jazz, the bell, sharing things. And we're gonna play some D&D.
Right.
So last time, guys,
Cool.
we had some problems.
Just a few.
Lots of critical misses. So if you're here watching, this is a totally fine episode to jump into, even though it's technically part two, because in the first session, we got 2 rooms into the dungeon, had 8 critical fails, finished the fight. The party did succeed, but then had to go back to town and like take days to rest up and all this stuff. And so, let's get over to game screen and get a vibe for this one.
All right. I don't have the macro for this one, so I have to type it.
Ah,
Whoa.
46.
That's really low.
Yeah. I mean, didn't we kind of decide though that lower was better, at least with the other game?
Yeah.
So maybe that
What was
means
last week's?
I couldn't
it
find
was
it.
mid. It was like not 190 something, I think. It was almost 200. So it was like right in the center. Maybe this means you guys will get some critical hits instead of critical failures this time. Let's cross your finger. And yeah. So, no. No. That was weird.
Well, you were saying to cross your finger, and I can't. I'm trying to cross the one finger, and it's just not working.
Oh, yeah, I see. I see. I thought you were trying to do some more breakdancing or something weird that should only be on our OnlyFans.
There you go.
Yeah, like that. Strange. All right.
hmm
So, last time on Level Up Live, Sarducci and Chuck had found clues indicating that maybe John the thief, who fell down the bottomless pit, was not lost forever after all. Some of his items ended up at this shop. They did some questioning, and they found that the items originated from a dungeon not far from town that had recently started showing activity. Sarducci and Chuck met up with the dwarf, Buster Cherry. Uh, they went into the dungeon, recruited Buster, went into the dungeon. They got through the first area, which was not nothing hazardous. They skipped 2 regular doors, went into the secret door that they found, had one combat with uh, some living statue type creatures and some kobolds. And at the end of that combat, we're so wrecked, and we had spent so much time on combat that they had to just go back. So they healed up. Make sure you're healed up. And they decided to go on a little bit of a bender. Buster Cherry had gotten some treasure and some gold, and he was paying for drinks. Went on a bender. It went on a little long, and when Sarducci and Chuck finally woke up, Buster Cherry was nowhere to be seen. He'd taken his magic shield and all his treasure, and he fucked off. Fortunately, Craven, who disappeared the last time, possibly on a bender, he woke up with you too. So now he's here. You tell him about the whole John situation, and you ready to head back into this dungeon?
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Well
I
then,
found Bust. I found Buster Cherry though. He's back in the dungeon still.
Buster Cherry back in the Oh yeah, true, true. Um, that is right. He is back there in the dungeon. That Buster right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. We gotta get Buster out of there. Get Buster out of there, man. And let's see. We need to add Craven Moorhead. There he is. Back over there
The
into the
guy.
dungeon. Hello. All right. So, because it's been a week, I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of description. So, if you recall, the entrance of the dungeon was kind of like a large, wide hole in the ground, surrounded by shrubbery, with a kind of shallow stairs that extended a pretty long way. Once finally into the first chamber, the chamber is dimly lit from the light coming in outside the big hole. So it's kind of lit in a dusky way. There are moss covered walls, and there's a damp, earthy smell. There was a body killed by an arrow that you looted but left the body. That is no longer here. The body has been taken, and there's not really even a trace of it. Of course, there's nothing else here other than the two regular doors that you can see. Um, Once again, towards the back of the room, to the right and the left. The secret door that you know is there, right here, has been closed and concealed once again. Now, obviously, you know that it's there, but just from first look, if you didn't, you'd have to search again for it. And that is where we are.
All right. I say we head back through that door. We already killed everything, so let's head back that way.
I think that's a good idea.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so you make your way up to the secret door, kind of clear some stuff away from it, and you're able to push it open. The short hallway that you remember is there, and you walk down right to there, and
I will also light a torch.
yes, that's good. Well,
Since
you'd have to do it once you got into the hallway. Uh, what's your guys' marching order?
Probably what's on the screen.
Oh yeah, yeah, that totally makes sense. Okay,
yep,
good, good.
cool with me.
Works then. Let's see. I gotta take Buster off there. What are Craven's armor class and hit points, Harrow?
He has 19 hit points and 7 armor class.
7.
What?
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard. Yeah,
Squishy.
yeah, of course. Yeah. Wizard. But then he also has lightning bolts, so you know, there's
Yeah.
yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right. So you've gotten to the chamber with the formerly there were statues in here. There are no statues any longer, but also all of the mess has been cleaned up. meaning that there's no statue fragments, there's no kobold fragments. Everything that was kind of out of place, including the tile where one of the statues was that had been pulled up, where Buster got that shield. It's all kind of neatly back in place. So in here, there's really nothing new, um, as far as you can tell, other than the fact that you have not gone beyond the stairs. So at the end of this room, there's an open archway with a stairway going up, and I think Chuck went a little bit up the stairs, but that was about it, just to whack some kobolds.
Yep.
So how much of an asshole is the DM going to be that when we walk through this room, we don't set up a whole bunch of traps now?
Yeah, somebody went in, cleaned up, quickly made a bunch of traps. I mean, it could
Yeah.
happen. It could happen, you know. I guess it's a chance you'll have to take.
Chuck's definitely not checking for traps.
You didn't bring your 10-foot pole, so you know, you just have to take your chances, I guess. So,
Well, if it
are
looks mostly
we
clear, yeah, I will
marching
slowly
through?
trudge ahead to the
Okay,
stairs.
sure. You march through this room where you had a somewhat embarrassing combat before, and no issues. You come to the stairway up, and you go up those stairs. And as Chuck saw, yes, or a few days prior, a week prior, whatever it was, the stairs end with a set of double doors. Now, those double doors earlier, they were cracked open because there were kobolds kind of peeking through and coming through, but now they are closed. And they're directly at the top of the door. There's not even a landing.
The closed. Are they locked?
Do you push? Give it a shove?
Yeah. Yeah, I will. Unless. Ooh. So Ducci isn't rogue-like. That was all.
No, no. Sarducci's
Okay.
a priest.
Yeah, yeah. Your rogues, one of them's dead, and you're possibly trying to find him,
On
or
the
or
other.
he's at least missing. You're trying to recover him with this adventure. The other is his iMac nearly caught on fire, so he's not here. That'd be Jay. So yeah, no rogue in this party. Um,
Yes, I will absolutely try the door. I will just.
Now, a regular character can technically check for things like traps and stuff. They just don't have a really high chance. But but yeah, a regular D&D character can absolutely, especially in this version. I think it's a
Find traps.
yeah, there is a
Sure, I'll try it.
yeah, it's under your character. I think it's like a 1 on a D6 or something along those lines.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, most of the regular characters can. Because in fact, in old school D&D, fun fact, thief was not an original class. It was a later added class. There was fighting man, which became fighter, magic user, and cleric were the three classes, and then elf, dwarf, and halfling were the other three classes, the demi-human classes. So thief is new. Well, new as of like 1975 or something. Anyway, um, so yeah, you didn't find any. Uh, the door. It seems like as you were checking it over, it seems like it might just push open though. It kind of had a little bit of give to it.
All right. You guys ready? I'm going in. I'll open the door.
All right. You push the door open, and you can see, oddly, there is another hallway, maybe about 10 feet, and then at the end, stairs down. Weird.
About 10 feet. And the stairs down. Okay. Is there anything in this hallway?
Uh, no, the hallway seems generally empty. It's a stone carved hallway. Goes down about 10 feet. There are no unusual markings or anything like that. And then there's no doorway. It just ends in a stairway down.
Mm.
And I have a feeling there's a giant jizz trap gonna happen here soon.
Huh? What?
Well, look what we're about to hit.
Yeah, our stairs are going to have to
Oh,
cross it.
oh. Yeah. Right. That. Okay. Now
Excuse
I
me.
understand. Okay. So, proceeding through the hallway,
Yes.
okay. You cross the distance of the hallway, and you can see the stairs. It's odd because they seem about the same length and depth as the stairs that you just came up, and they just go down into a room. You can kind of see a little bit into that room, and at least the opening of it looks kind of empty and quiet.
There are 8 statues in this room.
Yeah, go over and over again. Then I'd be a dick. Make your way down the stairs.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
You creep down the stairs and come to the opening of this new room. It is mostly empty. It's about 15 foot wide and maybe about 20 foot long. There is a door on the right wall. No, there's a door on the left wall and an archway on the right wall. I had to orient myself in the right way. Door on the left wall, kind of in the center. Archway on the right wall, kind of in the center. But the main feature of this room, and the thing that catches your eye when you walk down, and even at just getting to the bottom of the stairs, is the large gold disc that seems to be embedded into the wall on the far side of the room.
Interesting. And there's not like any boxes or obstacles that someone would be hiding behind in here.
No boxes, no obstacles, nothing on the floor. You have a direct path to this gold disc. It's maybe about 3.5 feet in diameter, and it has it's bisected twice by two lines, one horizontal, one vertical, meeting in the very center. So it kind of has a cross in this.
Looks like a target.
Gotcha.
Doesn't really look like a target. It doesn't other because it well, maybe it could be a target. It's possible. I mean, it's a gold disc. It's kind of shiny. Um, and it has this thing. You'd have to actually enter the room and inspect it further to get any more detail than that.
Yeah, I will step in the room. Oh, hey, Sarducci, look at that thing over there. That's pretty shiny. I will
I,
take
I
a strip
don't.
line
Yeah, I
unless someone
don't
stops me.
think we can take it with us though.
Okay. So Chuck goes over and he approaches the disc as the others file into the room. One thing that Chuck notices as he gets closer to the disc, he passes the door on the left and the archway on the right. And out of the corner of his eye on the archway to the right, he can see that the archway maybe about 5 feet wide and it goes about 4 or 5 feet. And it looks like there's a curtain. So you can see that that next chamber over to the right is seemingly open to this chamber. Um, so you note that as you walk up. When you get over to the disc, the it's solid metal. It looks like it's been polished because it's very shiny, and the lines are actually etched into it, and they're thicker. It's kind of a thicker etched, so it's not like just a little thin etched line, which is why you could see it from the other side of the room. It's kind of maybe about an inch thick line across the center, an inch thick line across down, and again meet in the middle to make a cross. And now that you're over there, it seems like it's slightly sticking out of the wall.
Slightly sticking out in metal.
hmm Yeah, maybe sticking out of the wall half an inch. Like it's set into the stone of the wall.
Um, can I push it?
Where are you going to push it?
So if there's
Really
four
good.
quadrants, probably one hand on the bottom left and one on the bottom right. Try to push both of those.
Okay, one on the bottom left, one on the bottom right, and just push inward.
Yeah.
When you push it inward, you are able, it gives when you push put your hands on the bottom quadrants and push in. And it seems to, on that center line, it seems to swivel, so like it kind of pushes, so the top kind of comes out of the wall a little bit. The bottom goes in, and you kind of hear like a click. Do you let off of it, try to push harder, do anything else?
Like it clicks and it stays there. Can I let
Well,
go?
no. It feels like if you would let off of it, it would go back. But you definitely you feel like you kind of push it in, and after it goes in maybe about an inch, you hear like kind of like a like a click.
Yeah, I'll stop. I'll stop and let it reset.
Okay.
Or
You
see if it resets.
when you take your hands back, it does reset back to the center, and it's now just normal looking. While
Sarducci's
he's
gonna walk.
yeah,
Sarducci's
that's
gonna walk over too,
okay.
um, and watch him do that, and he's gonna be like, I wonder. So he's gonna take his hands and put them on the crease that's vertical. You said it's about an inch, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's gonna put it on the crease that's vertical and see if he can rotate. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you're saying because there is a little bit of an inside, so he's gonna use that little indent to leverage turning it.
So he's gonna see if
Clockwise or
it'll
counterclockwise?
counterclockwise.
Okay, counterclockwise. Turn it like that. Okay. All right. So Sarducci's trying to get a bit of a hold. He's like pushing it. He's going. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Yeah.
You're trying to like, no matter how hard, and you're like pushing your like damnedest, but no matter
Mm-hmm.
how hard you push, you cannot get it to turn and budge.
Okay, so
And even when
at,
you're doing that, because you're kind of in the center of it, occasionally you end up pushing in, and you realize that pushing in on the center does not make it go in, and you don't hear any kind of click. You're literally not getting anything at all from this.
okay, okay. So he's deducing that it doesn't turn either way. It doesn't turn in a circle, but but pushing him. So he's just going to push on the top and see what happens. Like he
Okay.
like Chuck pushed on the bottom. He's going to push on the top.
So he's gonna, but yeah. So puts his hands at the top of the disc. He pushes in. He feels it give in. It goes in about an inch. He has the same experience where it comes out at the bottom. Kind of tilts on an axis. You hear a click, and then it gives back and comes back to its normal position.
So Chuck,
Yeah.
well, before I say anything, when this happens, okay, and it comes out of the wall a little bit,
Hmm.
does it still stay in the wall? Is it so thick that it stays in the
Yes.
wall?
It
Okay,
is so thick that it stays in the wall. So there isn't a little
a
lip
whole.
that you could
Okay,
grab, for example.
right.
No, no,
Because
no. I knew you were
that's
gonna
what I
ask
was.
that question.
Yeah.
No,
Hmm.
there's nothing
That's
like that. It's
yeah.
thick enough that it does come out, which means that there is a little bit of a gap around it to kind of allow that to happen, though, right? For
So
it to.
so so Chuck, I wonder what would happen if we both pushed on the top and the bottom at the same time.
All right. We can give it a shot.
So I guess that's what we're gonna do.
Yep. I'll
Okay.
push on the bottom.
All right. So Chuck's on the
Hmm.
bottom, you're on the top. It seems to be that it it won't push in. Maybe Chuck is a little stronger, so he's gonna probably push harder, but it's actually gonna do, yeah, like that's probably what'll happen.
It's
It
gonna
seems to
rock.
be, yeah, it'll kind of rock, and if Chuck pushes harder, it rocks down, and if Sarducci pushes harder, it rocks up. So he
Okay, and
doesn't
we
push
hear click
in
and we keep
straight.
hearing clicks. I would imagine while
If
that's
if
happening.
you if you push it all the way to its terminus, yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we've set off about a dozen different types of traps. 15,000. We've released every single beholder that's
Yes. Yeah, yeah. You sent Morse code to all of the mind flayers that are
yeah.
that said, "Hey,
Yeah.
come here." Oh. Mhm. All right. So, yeah, so you've kind of deduced at least the operation, if not the the meaning behind this apparatus. Other than that, again, without searching, I don't know. Was anybody going to search? Was Craven going to do any searching while these guys were messing with this disc?
Nah, he'll stay on alert. If he
Stay
gets
on
hit with a
alert.
trap, he'll die.
Okay. All right. Well then, yeah, you don't really see anything else in this room of note unless you want to try and mess with this disc some more. The only other two things would be the door to the left and the archway with the curtain to the right.
So
As you've
so
kind of been standing there, you notice the curtain. Anybody who's kind of alert with the curtain, and if Craven is kind of standing in the center of the room keeping watch, he would be noticing that the curtain every now and again moves a little bit as if there's like a little bit of air or wind, like a little bit of airflow down here.
So before we check anything else out, Sarducci's gonna go over to the door
Uh-huh.
just to see if the door is like the other doors that have been in here. Does it have a lock on it?
It's
Any,
a
any interesting markings? Just
it's
what?
yeah, it's a standard door. Um it could be locked. It appears like it has the keyhole or whatever, like the
Hmm.
equipment that it could be locked, but you won't know for sure if it's locked until you've actually tried it.
I don't know if this is open or not. Do we want to just go that way and go through the arch?
Well, I don't know what this disc thing is, so I say we go through one of them. I kind of like the curtain, though. It looks interesting.
Curtain or door?
Well, I'm gonna follow whichever way Craven goes.
Craven is usually in the lead. I mean,
Hmm.
Craven is usually in the
Or
in
not
the
Craven,
rear.
but I'm
Yeah,
talking but,
Chuck.
Chuck. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, all
I'm gonna
right.
go. I'm gonna go with Chuck. I'm gonna follow Chuck.
Following
I'll,
Chuck.
I'll go either way. We can try the door if you'd like.
Ah, Sarducci will check the door for traps.
Yeah,
Just
go
just to see
for
what
it.
happens. Just to see what happens. Oh my.
So Sarducci searches all around the door, but hey, it looks like this door is free and clear. No traps that he can see.
He's gonna try to open the door.
He tries to open the door, and the door, fortunately, well, it is not locked. The
He
the
opens it. Open.
immediately as he opens the door,
There.
there is a thick, heavy, earthy, planty, fungal smell, like my lion's mane tea that I'm drinking here.
Heh. Is it
There's
that big red? Is
also,
it that big red jizz that's flying across the room?
yeah, yeah, exactly. There's also a little bit of a glow coming from that room. Almost like a little bit of like a greenish, yellowish glow when you open the
Okay.
door. As you open it further, you find that the chamber ahead is a
Hold on.
dense.
Oh, hold on. Garrett just left.
Ah, shit. Damn, he'll be back in a minute. Damn Discord. Hey.
All right.
Uh, so as you open the door further, it reveals a dense thicket of luminescent mushrooms. They cast a surreal yellowish pale green glow throughout the room. You hear strange skittering amongst all of this mushrooms and all of these strange growths. The room itself is a large chamber, maybe about 30 by 30 feet or so, and it's filled with kind of some rock formations, stalactites, stalagmites. Um, it looks like
Does it look curated?
roll an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. It doesn't look natural.
Okay.
I mean, it's there's natural things in here, but it's weird. It's definitely weird. It's definitely curated. And it looks like there might be some sort of an opening up here in the middle of the north wall. But you'll have to make your way over there in order to see exactly. But yeah, the fungus is like all over everything. It's on the floor, it's up on the growths, it like grows up over on the walls, it's like on the ceiling.
So it's
Um,
Among Us.
the fungus is most certainly among you. And like I said, this room is lit itself, so obviously Chuck has his torch, which helps, but there's already this like weird glow in here.
What do you think? Should we go in there?
I'm not a big fan of vegetables. Uh, it's really the texture that gets me.
I feel the same way, actually, about mushrooms. It's not the taste, it's the texture.
They're not even vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, I guess not.
well, if there's a way forward, I guess we have to.
Well, I mean, there are obviously other options in this dungeon.
Our friend John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt could be anywhere down here. I don't know if we can leave a corner unexplored.
Yeah, maybe we
So,
ought to go ahead
i-
and enter the room and explore this room.
into the shroom room or nah?
Sure. Sure.
Okay.
I
You
can
head
step in
in,
first.
you step into the shroom room, and I assume that your party follows you.
You,
Are you gonna
you
try
head.
and go over to that door, like head or not door, but head over to the opening on the north wall, or are you just gonna kind of explore around the room a little bit?
Well, let me ask you this. So the mushrooms, are they of unusual size?
There are See, that's why you kind of know that it seems curated because there are some large mushrooms of unusual size, but there are also smaller ones. There's there's a large variety of fungi here that maybe you wouldn't just see all together naturally in just one room.
Mm-hmm. Any morels?
Hmm?
Because if there are morels, we're just gonna collect all the morels.
What the hell is a morel? Is that some delicacy or something?
Yeah, it's a delicacy mushroom.
They
Ah,
grow
I see.
locally.
Oh, do
Mm-hmm.
they? Okay. Oh, is that the thing? Does Krista gather those?
Mm-hmm.
Is your friend Krista?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
I actually found some in my front yard
Oh yeah.
a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. All right. So you step into the fungal room. Like I said, are you? What is each character doing? I'll start with. We'll go in order. Uh, Chuck steps into the room. Is he? What is he doing?
I will do a big circle around the room. I'll go counterclockwise and
Okay.
try to get
All right.
the scope of the room.
Okay. So Chuck heads to his left and kind of starts to circle the room. What about Sarducci?
Sarducci is going to start examining the mushrooms that are closer to him. Where's the glow coming from, though?
All over the whole room.
Are any of the mushrooms themselves glowing?
Yes.
He's going to pay particular attention to any glowing mushrooms, so he's going to examine mushrooms.
Okay. Is he just looking, or is he like picking and touching? Is he gonna like try and pick one of those luminescent mushrooms?
The luminescent ones are big or small.
Like medium sized.
So
Like maybe like yeah, like that, like a hamburger size, let's say.
are they an unknown variety, or do they look like a variety that we would know?
They're unknown to you.
Okay. He's not going to touch them then,
Okay.
but he's
So
going to
just
try to
examining then. So he
he's going to
walks a
examine.
little bit into the room and starts examining mushrooms.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what you're doing. And then Craven, what is he gonna do?
He'll go in and start examining mushrooms as well.
Okay, all right. So he kind of goes also a little bit into the room, begins examining some mushrooms, and somebody, we'll go ahead and say, let's see, is this even a thing that's on your character sheet? I can't
I don't know, man.
remember.
There's a giant mushroom like right here, man.
What? There is. Yes, in fact. That's the one you need to go over and examine. It's got like a big hole in the top of it. Seems to be shooting something. No. Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead and Garrett, roll it is on the character sheet. Go ahead and roll a surprise check for me.
Hey,
Not so prized. And
I guess it's initiative.
it hang on, not yet. Where's shit? Why did I do that? That is not what I wanted to
ah,
do. That is not at all what I
So
wanted to
there,
do.
there are three of them.
Yeah. But all right, so yeah, yeah, there are three. It's initiative, by the way, and so go ahead and roll up your initiative.
hey, there's the
Starting good.
ones. Hmm.
Oh, that 0 must be. How do I? There we go. There it is. He's gone. I was like, for a moment, there was like a blank one on there, and I think it was Buster.
Ah.
But we got eats. Um, so Chuck realizes that there are some mushrooms that are kind of large and kind of moving around, and he is certain that they're dangerous when one of them shoots. They got a 6 on their initiative, by the way, which is why they're acting first, not because they surprised you. Obviously, they didn't. But
Well, Sarducci's going to go at the same time, though.
oh yeah, yeah, Sarducci. So Sarducci is going to go at the same time, but we'll do this first because it's a good start to the fight. A tendril comes out from one of these shrooms, trying to uh, slap or wrap itself around Chuck Testa. Doesn't do anything. Um, with that, there is another one shoots out a tendril at Chuck. You find that they're kind of planted all around the room, which means that there are ones close to Sarducci as well. The one closest to Sarducci hits him for 2 damage. There's another
Alright.
one that hits him also for another 2 damage. Craven is missed, and he is missed actually again, just very close, very, very close, but a miss. And Sarducci is up. He realizes that there's a problem.
Okay, so I'm just looking at one thing here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so since Sarducci, these things seem to be alive, right? And they're plants.
Yep. That
Okay.
is accurate on both counts.
Okay, so Sarducci is going to attack one of the ones that hit him with his staff of withering to see what happens.
Who?
Ah, okay.
To see if that will work on these things.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're really not plants. They're
All right.
they're shrooms.
That unfortunately is not a hit. Of course, armor class 10. That is definitely not a hit. And then a Craven Moorhead is up.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot magic missiles.
Okay. All at one, or are you
All at
going to?
one.
Okay. All right. One of the ones attacking you, I assume.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Craven lets off a barrage of missiles, and one of the fungi that is attacking him is completely obliterated. And
Nice.
yeah.
Do spores go everywhere?
No
That
spores.
no spores.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
No, no, no. He blew it up quite readily.
hmm
No spores with that one, at least. Chuck.
All right. I will, since one tried to wrap around me, if I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to that one with my sword. Nice big overhand swing. If I can find it. If I can use the correct sword. There we go.
All right. Definitely a hit. Big overhand swing smashes into this mushroom, but it is not totally destroyed. And that means that it's initiative again. And where they got 6 before, they got a 1 now. So you're going to have to be pretty crappy to get less than.
Well, hey, that was one of the things that happened last week.
It was indeed not just the critical failures, but also lots of ones with
And zeros.
ones. Yeah, that's right, because the dwarf had got like negative initiative because he had a bad dexterity, so he had like terrible initiative. He kept getting zeros. Oh, the worst. Well, Craven is up again, so there's one other shroom near you. Arrow.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm shooting same thing, different mushroom.
Yep. Well, definitely different mushroom because the last one blew up.
So does that
And
one.
so did that one.
God damn it, dude.
So yeah, so the two by Craven are taken care of pretty quickly, pretty nicely. And what about Sarducci? Any
He's gonna
luck?
try. He's gonna try again with his staff.
Is that is a hit?
Okay, so the staff.
What does the staff do?
So the staff. One hit from this staff ages the victim 10 years. One or two hits will be fatal to most animals and harmful to many humans. Elves ignore the first 200 years. Dwarves may ignore the first 50 years. Halflings ignore the first 20 years. Undead are not affected. This staff is usable only by clerics.
Fungus is weird though. Doesn't some fungus like live for like hundreds of years or something crazy like that? But then other funguses are short-lived, like mushrooms can
Mm-hmm.
be very short-lived.
Yeah.
So I'm actually not sure how this is going to affect it. I'm going to we're gonna see where on that scale it is, and if it's okay, we're gonna say that they are very short-lived, and
Okay.
10 years is going to be extremely detrimental. And one of your mushrooms just totally shriveled up and died
Okay.
from a
Okay.
touch of your staff. Um, which brings us to Chuck Testa.
I'm just swinging back again on the one that was attacking me.
Same one. Do so. Holy smokes.
Damn.
Oh,
It's
Well,
it's gone.
that one is also vaporized. Um, and that one when it is destroyed, it explodes into a cloud of spores that do engulf um, engulf Chuck, and he must let's see.
Like a saving throw versus The Last of Us.
Yeah, he must make a yes, exactly. He needs to make a saving throw versus we're gonna say poison or death ray is I think is gonna be appropriate here.
all right. Oh, almost a
So
19.
the others see Chuck kind of get engulfed in this thing of spores. He kind of inhales some, coughs a little bit, and then they see his eyes, and
Oh no.
he seems to be a little bit, well, let's just say confused.
Oh shit.
And
This is
then
bad.
the rest of the spore creatures, even though he's confused, the shroom the other shroom that was attacking him just fucking continues on. Doesn't hit him, of course. The one that is left for Sarducci makes an attack for him, does not hit. And of course, there are none left for Craven. He has already dispatched the ones that were near him, which means that it's initiative again.
Not only am I tired from like being like having that insomnia, but I'm also like starving.
Oh, really?
Oh
Did you
God,
eat
it's
today?
Yeah, I've eaten today. That's the thing. It's like I have a
Huh.
bottomless pit. It's like I'm super hungry. I don't even know why.
Ah.
Horrible. Today has been a
Did,
shit day
did you
as far
roll
as
your
that.
initiative?
I'm doing that right now.
Thank you. All right. Well, Craven is up. There's one attacking Chuck. There's one attacking Sarducci. Um, you would either have to. The room isn't so big that you couldn't walk towards them if you weren't able to hit them with something far away. So it's up to you. Or you could just say fuck it.
I'm throwing a dart.
Okay. Throwing a dart, and unfortunately, it doesn't matter which one you are throwing it towards because that certainly did not hit. Um,
Garrett's gone.
shit. Well, fortunately, it's Sarducci's turn.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right. So Sarducci's gonna go after um, the other fungi that is attacking him. So he's gonna swing with the staff and
swing and a
Oh.
miss.
damn, it was right on that
Mm-hmm.
15, man.
Yeah, yeah. So Ducci whiffs, and it is Chuck, Testa, and they go at the same time. But Chuck, I'm gonna need you to roll a d4.
All right.
Ah, a 3. So Chuck decides that he's kind of confused about what's going on, and he's thinking that maybe it would be just a good idea to like continue searching the room.
All right. I will search this room.
So so you see Chuck. Uh, he just like totally seems to disregard the fight, and he looks like he's gone off to search a room, despite one of the things trying to attack him, the one that's still near him trying to attack him. He just kind of walks away from it, turns his back to it, and starts like searching around the room. Like really searching too. Way more intently than Chuck has ever searched anything. So you know there's something wrong. Um, and then the last one on Sarducci. Ooh, shit, man. Sarducci's getting beat up. He's hit again, only for 1 damage though. And then it is initiative. Oh, fucking shit. That sucks so bad.
I know.
Harrison, does it usually happen this much for Garrett?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, usually it's like particularly bad today because normally when we're playing, he's on there.
Definitely not.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so initiative. They got a 1, so they're definitely going last. It's initiative, Garrett. If
Nope, missed
you
that.
didn't, they didn't say again.
That's my
Dang,
third
what the
initiative one.
hell?
At least they're on
Jeez.
initiatives.
Yeah, true, true. Okay. Um, 5. So Sarducci is up.
Same thing. Gonna swing with that staff
All right.
on this one
So
that's on him.
swing, bada bada.
Oh.
The first of hopefully not too many. Uh, Jeez. So Sarducci swings the staff, ends up letting go of the staff.
Oh God.
As he swings, it just clatters up in this corner up here. Past
Well,
where
that's
Chuck
good.
is, past where everybody else is.
Because goddamn, had that hit one of them, that'd have been bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been great. Would have been great. And Craven Moorhead, he is up. And there's two left. One kind of by Chuck and one by Sarducci.
I'm
Still
gonna
fighting.
toss another die.
Okay. Chuck or Sarducci's?
Chucks.
Okay. Oh.
Goddamn.
Oh
Oh no.
no.
Oh
There we
no.
go.
Oh no.
And so it
And
begins.
so it begins. Jeez Louise. Um Fortunately, that doesn't hit Chuck. It hits one of the stalactites and or stalagmites, I guess, and just breaks apart, unrecoverable, unfortunately, but no damage to you or anyone else. And then we're back to Chuck, and well, you
Roll
didn't
that
find
initiative
anything else in the
to search
room,
that room,
so
man.
you're not really sure. Go ahead and roll me another d4. Yeah, at this point you're just tired, so you just kind of like sit down, lay down, maybe thinking about taking a nap.
I'm gonna find a super squishy mushroom, and that's gonna be my pillow.
Okay. So so maybe you head over here to this corner of the room here and just like plop right down on this big squishy mushroom right there. And you see Chuck, he puts his hands behind his back. He kind of like big yawn. Clearly
Wait a
something's
minute.
still not quite right.
Something I forgot. I haven't asked. I don't think anybody's asked. Are the mushrooms that are attacking us, are they mobile?
Oh yeah, they are mobile.
That's what I want. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
At
So
first you couldn't tell.
it's been following him around, attacking him. Then
It was following him around. I'm not sure if it's following him around now because it is their turn. Let's find out because he kind of like bounded away like without a care, and it did not follow him. In fact, you were a little bit closer, so now, unfortunately, Sarducci has two mushrooms on him. Both unhurt, by the way. And they're both going to make attacks. One missed pretty badly. The second also actually missed quite badly. So, uh, good for you. And then initiative for everyone. And with this initiative, Chuck is starting to snap out of it and go like, "Well, what the hell am I doing? There's still a fight going on."
for some reason it didn't roll for me. Well, let's try that. It did roll. No, the
It
hell
didn't
is going
roll
on?
on my side for you.
There it
There it
goes.
did. All right. Well, a good thing because you're up and you're the one who's being attacked.
So I'm gonna go after one of these ones again.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna keep swinging it. Well, no, god damn it, I
He
lost my
can't see. He
staff.
can't swing his staff anymore. He's got to swing something new.
So I pulled that Morning Star that got stuck
Okay.
in the wall 50,000 times last time,
Yep.
and try this again. So now we're Morning Starring. That was
Mm,
almost a 20. That
I
was
saw.
almost a
It
20.
was
God
very,
damn
very
it.
close. It was very, very close. Unfortunately, not quite a hit for Sarducci. We got Craven again. We'll see if he can maybe make good on these on some darting. Dartlelarski. Mm, nope. But Chuck, who is now snapped out of it.
Sorry
All
about
right.
that,
So
guys. I got a little confused.
let's see. How many times can we do a one room, one flight?
Takes the
Sure.
entire session.
Hmm.
Yeah, it'll be good. All right. So Chuck jumps up and is now to his feet, heading back over. And then once again, they unleash on Sarducci another miss. And man, another miss. Not quite ones, but left a 2 and a 4.
Hmm.
Following the 5 and the 6 that I got last
Hmm.
round. So not great hits coming from anywhere. And is initiative again. Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
Well,
Nice.
nice. So, Craven?
Oh my
Fucking
God.
hell. Well, definitely Craven, not Chuck. Ooh, hey, that's a hit, which means that that one of your shrooms is now damaged, and so Craven hit one of the shrooms, obviously not killing it, but damaging it. So they're both attacking Sarducci. Now that you're up on your feet, you can easily move in and attack if you would like.
Yep.
Chuck.
Yep. Like half groggily wiping an eye, walk over and just.
Hurt one or unhurt?
Oh, the hurt one.
All right. So
It's gone.
groggily wiping sleepers out of his eyes, he walks over and smashes this hurt one. Of course, when he does so, unfortunately, uh, a cloud goes poof, and this time both Chuck and Sarducci are within the 10-foot radius of the cloud, so both must make a saving throw versus poison.
Mm.
So Sarducci's feeling a little,
Woo.
not so great. And Chuck, oh my God. Did you guys both just fail?
Yeah, we
Uh
did.
huh.
Oh,
All
we
right.
both just failed.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's see. Well, Chuck um Chuck already went, right? Craven went. So we're on Sarducci.
Sarducci.
All right. So Sarducci, go ahead, Dan, and roll me a D4. Okay. So on a D4, you are confused,
Mm-hmm.
but you figure I'm just going to keep attacking what I'm attacking.
Okay. Well, he was attacking a mushroom,
Yep.
trying to smash a mushroom.
All right.
So
Then you may continue on with that action. You actually hit it, and so it is now injured. And fucking shit, man. Holy crap. That's really bad.
yeah,
Dang. Uh it's initiative if you guys want to roll initiative. It's initiative, Garrett.
Yeah.
but my initiative makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Chuck, go ahead and roll a d4. God, it's so everything is so tiring. Like, why? Maybe you should just like go and lay on that big mushroom again, because this all is just like, really starting to get to be too much for you. So,
Sounds like a good idea.
so Chuck kind of starts to wander away, blurry-eyed again, and Craven's up. He's still clear-headed. Craven
He's gonna throw a dart.
dot. Unfortunately, not a hit. And back to Sarducci. Go ahead and roll me a d4 again. Once again, you're still just satisfied, even though you're very confused about what's going on, you're still satisfied just beating the crap out of this fungus. So,
Okay, yeah.
and you chip away a little bit more. This thing is it's still up, but you're chipping away at it little by little. It tries to attack you and totally freaking misses, and it is initiative again. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Hey. Fourth initiative one. I like it.
All right. So we're at Sarducci again, and Sarducci with this round of combat starts to come around, and he is now beginning to be back in control of his own thoughts. So you can make whatever action is appropriate for you.
He's gonna beat on this thing. He's gonna just continue to beat on this thing. Or not.
Not quite. So close. So close, but not quite, unfortunately. A Craven again. See if we can take a little bit more hit point off. You darting? You darting? Ooh, again. So close. So close, but not quite. And Chuck Testa, still feeling weird. Go ahead and roll a d4. And Chuck is like, well, maybe the rest that I was having, can just kind of continue along. So he's still just chilling. He's just kind of doing whatever, not really paying attention to the combat whatsoever at this point. And then the last one, fucking another 4 misses Sarducci again. And once again, it's initiative. And it's not just the digital dice; it's the real ones too. The struggle is real with this game. And there's that.
And that. How many?
At least he
So
rolled initiative, though.
I know.
At least
How
he.
many? It's like how many times is Garrett going to go
Oh
join the game?
man. I mean, I guess is it better that it's this and not? It is better that it's this and not up and away because there's a whole little thing, and if he kept dropping out, like the graphics get all fucked
Yeah.
up. Oh man. All right. Well, he's up, but
Well, he's back, so we've got that.
Chuck.
There are
y-
there are three people watching for what it's worth.
Oh, well,
Watching
hey. Hello, anybody who's watching. Well, Chuck,
watching
now that
this
you're
train
back,
wreck.
it is once again your initiative. Once again, you're kind of blurrily coming out of it. You've already stood up, so you're like up. So, yeah, it looks like there's still one of those things attacking your buddy.
I guess I will attack it if I can.
Yeah, you can do that. So, coming to his senses again, Chuck rushes over to smash this last one, uh, which he does. He absolutely smashes it to pieces.
Oh no, no.
Unfortunately, a cloud of spores once again engulfs both he and Sarducci. So that's going to be a saving throw versus poison.
Fuck.
All right.
Hey.
Chuck is okay. Let's see. Oh well, that's fortunate. Okay, Sarducci, uh, go ahead and roll a d4. Sarducci like lays around for like just a very small amount of time. Just kind of seems like you're like not able to get him to do anything, and then he kind of snaps out of it, and he's like with you again. Finally, all of the hostile shrooms have been taken care of. As far as you can tell, Chuck's been around the room. If you would feel like if there were any others to attack you, they would have popped out by now.
Sarducci's gonna go pick up his staff.
So Sardici goes over, picks up his staff, and what will you do?
Well, how this started. Was there anything interesting when I was searching the room?
Yes. Yeah, you searched around the room. Really, mostly you just found fungus. Um, you really didn't even get to because you were going counterclockwise, or I think you were going clockwise. Yeah, I think you were going
Yeah.
clockwise. So you probably only really made it to like over here before having some issues. So I guess if you want to kind of search around the rest of the room,
Yep. I will search the rest of the room then.
while he searches the rest of the room, other two gonna do anything other than look out?
Mm,
Craven will collect some mushroom specimen.
Okay. Go around collecting some mushroom specimen. Actually, go ahead and if you're going to do that, Craven, go ahead and make an intelligence check. And what are you doing, Sarducci?
So, are there remnants of spore on my clothing?
I mean, probably, yeah. There's probably a little bit of spore left over. What are you gonna lick it and I'm
No,
gonna
no, no.
keep it, get high.
He, no, he is going to collect it and like put it into like a little pouch.
Okay. All right. Um, Go ahead and roll a dexterity check for that. So Craven is actually able to get some good clippings of some very what he thinks
Oh God,
might be
this is
either
bad.
useful or possibly valuable shrooms, including some of the bioluminescent ones, which continue to glow even after you've picked them. Uh, so uh, so they might be worth some money or something once you get back to town, uh, or useful in other endeavors. Sarducci trying to collect the stuff off of his is just not having a good time. It's very fine on there, and you know how it is trying to get a fine powder that's on your clothes into a. It's just not working. At some point, you inhale a little bit of it, have a little bit of a weird trip that
Yeah,
lasts for a couple of rounds, and then you're like, okay, that was maybe a bad idea.
yeah. He's not going to worry about this anymore.
Yeah. Um, Chuck makes it all the way around the room and really doesn't find anything of note, especially to him. Mainly just mushrooms. Some of them look like they might be good to eat, but then again, they also might kill you. So, eh. Uh, as I said, you do when you make it all the way around the room, you find that over here there is an opening. So as you kind of make your way almost back to the beginning of the room, you see that there's an opening, and it looks like there's just a small chamber back here. Um, maybe maybe kind of a 15 by 15 foot round chamber. When you peer into the chamber, it looks like there's a little a pool of crystal clear water, or what you assume to be crystal clear water. It's surrounded by lush vegetation, some colorful flowers. Some of the shrooms kind of spill into this room, and the air kind of coming out of that room is sweet, um, kind of flowery sweet.
Does it all? Does it also look like curated?
Yeah, yeah, you would say that if Sarducci goes over and kind of peers into that room, he would probably say that that little chamber it does appear to be curated. The the types of vegetation and stuff, they don't even seem like the types of vegetation that would like grow in this area, even outside. The fact that they're alive in here, damn it. The fact that excuse me. The fact that they're alive in here is very weird. Very weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh yeah. Yeah, and it's just a little chamber. You don't other than what described, you don't really see anything else.
No doors or anything.
No doors, no other visible entrances or exits. other than this one. This, and it almost even seems to be like it's a little alcove. It's almost like an extension of this chamber in a way.
So Sarducci is going to walk into that room and look
Okay.
into the pool.
He looks down into the pool, and as I said, it's the water is crystal clear. It looks like it, it's maybe about 2.5 foot deep,
Hmm.
and it's maybe about 5 or 6 foot wide diameter. It's roughly circular, not exactly.
Hmm.
In the very center, you think you see something sparkling.
Oh, can I take a closer look, or
Well,
do
if
I
you
have
kind
to
of
get in? Do I have to
you
get
wouldn't
into the
have to
water?
get into the water, but you'd probably have to you'd have to get up to the water and lean over the water.
Okay, he does that.
Okay. Um, it looks like a small shiny object, possibly spherical in shape.
Hmm. Does it seem to
And
be sitting on anything, or is it sitting at the bottom of the pool?
it's just sitting at the bottom of the center of the pool, and it seems to be gleaming off the light from Chuck's torch.
Okay, so I'm going to pick a plant and drop a piece of plant matter into the water to see what happens.
Okay, so you're just gonna like pick up a leaf, basically.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, so you grab like a stem or a leaf or something from a plant and just you hold on to it and dip it in the
No,
water, or you just
I
drop it
drop
into the
I
water.
drop it into the water.
Okay. You drop it into the water, and it actually kind of like sits somewhat on top of the water and floats like like a light
Like a.
piece of
Hmm.
vegetable matter would normally float.
Okay, nothing
There's no
happens.
sizzling or anything like that, if that's what you were wondering about. No,
Hmm.
no. No disintegrations.
Okay, so Sarducci is going to. Can he just step over like the lip, or is there even a lip?
Yeah, there kind of is a little bit of a lip.
Sarducci is going to just step into the pool and walk over to try to pick the thing up.
Okay. So you step into the water, reach over, and you pick it up, and it appears to be a very, very shiny little pearl. Just a single pearl.
Okay,
Quite nice.
it's too bad it's not in the river.
The pearl is in the river. The
The
liver?
pearl is in the liver. Boy,
Ah,
that's something that is. If you can get that reference,
yeah,
com,
yeah.
com,
That's a deep
com
fucking cut right
yeah.
there. You know
If
what's weird about you saying that is
what's that?
like I read an article about that movie the other day,
Oh yeah,
and I had totally forgotten about it, and then I like read the article and I was like, wow, yeah. I was like, man, I fucking love that movie.
that was an excellent movie. Yeah. Not going to say
Mm,
the name of the movie, but if you
nah.
guys, if you can figure out the name of the movie, leave a comment
Yeah, yeah.
because yeah, that's a super deep cut.
We'll give you a clue. It has Carrie Fisher in it.
It does.
It does. So, anyway.
Hmm.
All right. So, yes, you have the pearl, and
So I'm gonna examine the pearl.
from just a cursory glance, it appears that the pearl just seems to be a normal pearl.
Okay.
polished, but not, just just
Mhm.
normal size. No bigger than a small marble,
I'm
if
gonna
that.
pocket the pearl. Yeah, I'm gonna pocket the pearl.
Okay.
I'm
So,
also gonna reach down and cup a little bit of water
mhm.
and tentatively take a sip
Okay.
just
So
to see what happens.
Sarducci's in the pool. He's grabbing stuff. He's taking a drink. What are Chuck and Craven doing while he's doing all this stuff?
I'll search the room.
Okay.
Like secret doors.
Okay. I think there's a role for that on your character sheet for this one. If you want to make that. Is Chuck just kind of observing Sarducci at the moment?
Yep. Yeah, I will just essentially, I guess, check back and watch the door and just provide light for now.
All right. Yeah, you do that. So Craven didn't find any secret doors. You don't really see anything else other than, kind of more interesting plants and that sort of thing. Um, Anything else? It doesn't seem to be any danger in this room.
So I guess it's just cool water that I drank. Nothing extra.
Just cool water. Seemed clean. Seemed fresh. Didn't taste weird. Yeah, no, no adverse side effects as far as you can tell, but nothing special either. Just some water.
So Sarducci, before he leaves the pool, is going to search the bottom of the pool
Okay.
for secret doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Search the bottom of the pool for secret door. You don't find anything. Doesn't seem like there would be a secret door under here, but you're being
Hmm.
thorough. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no secret doors. Not nothing like that. Um, any other searching or anything else in this room?
Nah, I don't think so.
All right. With your curiosity satisfied, then really the only way forward is back through the fungal room. Um, you know that in the disc room, just prior to the fungal room over here, there is this entrance that has the kind of blowing curtain, as well as, of course, all the way back at the beginning, there were also two doors that you haven't done nothing with. So, what's the move?
Can go back and investigate the curtain room.
Okay. Chuck leads the party back through the fungal area into the room with the golden disc and approaches the archway with the curtain hanging in front of it right there. And
Sarducci does something in the golden disc room though.
okay,
Just to see.
all right.
He's gonna take that pearl. He's gonna walk up to the golden disc. He's gonna place the pearl where the two lines intersect.
Mm-mm.
Just to see if anything happens.
He takes the pearl, he kind of takes it, he pushes it up against the disc. There's not really a divot for it. The the lines are about an inch thick and not deep enough, so yeah, you kind of stick it in, but
Not working.
it doesn't seem like there's a place for it now.
Okay. Pocket the pearl. Keep going.
Yeah, easy little test to do as you kind of walk through the room.
Hmm.
Um, Behind Chuck, who has gone. a little bit through the archway, and he is now standing in the center of the archway with this kind of it's just kind of moving ever so slightly as if there's a little bit of wind or airflow on the other side of it.
I will, I guess, just push aside the curtain, take a peek.
You gently push the curtain aside, peek into the room, and it's weird. There was silence, but the moment that you pulled the curtain aside, you start to hear like a whispery, soft whispers seeming to be echoing through this unusual looking room. The walls of this chamber, it's quite a large chamber. The walls are adorned with intricate murals depicting what appear to be scenes of conquest and heroism in the traditional sense. The soft whispers are continuous. It sounds like dozens of voices, but you can't quite make out what they're saying. In this room, it's about a let's see, it's another pretty large chamber, about a 30 by 30-foot chamber. It's mostly empty other than the walls, which there's a lot of wall space, and the walls are covered with these murals, pretty much every inch, where they're almost kind of like bleeding into each other. In the far left corner of the room, there is a double door on the back wall. So here, basically. Hey, that's perfect.
That's where the trail of jizz
The
leads right
trail
through.
just goes right through. You're following it. It totally makes sense. Um, yeah, and so that's what you have with this room.
Do the
Uh,
voices seem to be coming from the images?
Maybe with I mean right now the voices are just coming from inside the room. If you step inside the room, you might have a better idea of where the voices are coming from. So, wish you brought your 10-foot pole now, don't you? Will anyone step in the room? Will you close the curtain and run from the room in fear?
I guess I will head in. Um, Hi guys, there's some creepy noise in this room, but I'm gonna check it out.
So, Chuck steps into the room, and the voices kind of surround him. He listens close, and it does appear, or it does seem to him, that the voices are coming from the walls.
I will approach just one of the walls that it sounds like it's coming from.
Okay. Which wall? It's coming from all the walls.
All the walls. Uh, probably just wrap around and like inside on the right side.
To the window. To the wall.
Okay.
So as he starts to circumvent the room, Sarducci's going to step into the room.
Okay. So you kind of walk into the room to the right, kind of get up against the white, not right up against it, but kind of go up, observing the wall just to the right, and yeah, it's you still can't make out what the whispers are saying, but it's clear that they're coming from the wall or the mural or something along those lines. And is Craven going to step into the room? Or are you going to stand in the archway?
He'll step into the room.
Okay. So everybody's in the room now. There's still the whispers. Nothing dangerous has happened yet. It's eerie for sure. The room is big. Doors over
Anything
here.
on the anything on the ceiling?
You look up on the ceiling. No, the ceiling in this chamber is tall. Actually, the murals continue on the ceiling.
Mm.
So really all that's up there is just more mural. Painted in a classic style. In fact, if you could take off big pieces of plaster in here, you might be able to sell these for quite some amount, but that would be difficult. Also, maybe the whispering spirits would kill you, but who knows? Other than just observing the mural, the wall, is anyone searching? Is anyone looking for searching for
Yeah,
anything?
I'll search for secret doors.
Okay. It is a big room, large and empty.
Sarducci's going to walk up to one of the murals and examine it. He's gonna walk up here and examine a mural that is at that location.
Okay. Once again, it looks like it looks like a heroic conquest.
He's going to put his ear to it.
It's weird when he puts his ear all the way up to the wall and just like puts his ear on the wall. The voices are like quieter for that side. It's almost like when he puts his ear to the wall, like they don't get any better or like clearer or anything. He can actually hear them clearer when his ear is away from the wall, even though they sound like they're coming from the wall. And then, and then,
Well, creepy room, you can keep your mysteries, I suppose.
so Chuck is just headed over to the double doors.
Yeah, I will head over to the double doors.
Okay.
And I will, yeah, peek through the door, but I will wait there until the party is ready in this room.
All right. So you say you're gonna open the door and peek through.
Yeah, just a quick little peek, and then shut the door.
When you open the door to get a little bit of a peek,
We're
um,
done. It's
you
mischief.
see that there is a large, what looks to be like a massive crystal statue in the center of the room. And the moment that you peek through, uh, that crystal statue appears to come alive and charge the door.
Oh yeah, instantly shutting it, backing up.
Okay.
Guys, I might have awoken something.
Oh, Adama. Here we go again.
So, yeah, clearly there's something on the other side of that door. When were we going to when were we planning to stop tonight? Dan, how are you feeling, I guess?
I'm thinking that now is a good spot because, like I
Now is a
said,
good time.
because I still have to review some paperwork.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, we'll say that Chuck is able to shut the door and kind of shove something into the the things, and that it's been quite a while, so you guys decide to maybe go back to town for a little bit more, rest up for your next session in the dungeon, and
We
just in case
would
we
we do?
get.
I was gonna say, would we do that, or would we just pick up where we left off?
Well, the only reason I'm saying to possibly go back to town is because it gives us plausible deniability if there's a slightly different lineup of players for the next game.
Nah, they just followed us in and they just walked through the door right behind us.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, at the
It
very
doesn't matter
least,
to me.
yeah,
Doesn't
you
matter to me. I don't
decide
care.
that you decide that it's maybe it's best to go back and get some rest, and then instead of continuing forward, since you know there's something potentially hazardous, very hazardous, because the big crystal statue that Chuck saw come alive was quite large and menacing looking. So yeah, definitely not a good place to not going to go into that room tonight because we know that fight's not gonna be 10 minutes. Yeah, you know,
Oh
not at
yeah.
all. So, all right, do I have a? Yeah, there's our game end screen here. Do we still have anybody watching us?
Yeah. We
Well,
still have. It says 3 watching.
thank you very much. If you enjoyed this Dungeons and Dragons session, we do this every week right around this time. Usually we sometimes go a little bit later. It depends on people's work schedules. Generally trying to start sometime around 7:38, sometimes 7 if we can get there, whatever. Tuesdays. Please like, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching. And we're the Dicks in the Dark, and we will see you guys again much later.